All right. It is currently no o'clock, and I can't go to sleep. So, was just gonna take some feet pictures for the boys so they have something to, But I figured instead I'll just open up some more of these packages. I only have 3. And let's see if I can remember anything that I bought. Let's see. What did I buy? Oh, a lot of these. What in the hell? Well, that got a little bit crushed. Okay. So these are just some more. They're so cheap. And they're actually in better bags this time. More of these purple LEDs. Sometimes they call themselves UV, sometimes they don't. We'll have to try this sometimes. These are tire caps that you put on, and it'll change the color that you see there, depending on how inflated it is. Looks like it's got some decent instructions there. It's got a different PSI. I don't know which one this is. I'll put those on a car sometime. I would do it right now. Yeah, that's just a standard fitting. I would do it right now, but it's currently pitch dark out. And a bunch of motors, which I wanted. I don't know. They're just the standard little, I would assume 9-volt motors, but I'm not 100% certain. It just has a little housing. I have a 9-volt battery here, actually. Well, it'll either work or it'll blow it out, but I'd imagine 9 volts is what it's capable of. Oh. Yeah. Oh, I should probably show you the 9 volts going on. Yeah. Inside of these yellow motors that I got, it's just one of these standard little motors. They look exactly the same. The manufacturer's, where I bought it, says to run these 3 to 6. I'm almost positive you can run these from 1 to 12 volts. I don't really know why they're recommending 3 to 6. But it does recommend 3 to 6. You guys saw I threw a 9-volt battery on there. It loved it. But it really is, you're buying one of these. But it just comes with all this, and it's got the gears in there. They're made for putting on wheels and, making little robots. So what I got these for is because these come with this little sprocket here. And I'm going to put, like a little wheel on there. That way it can rotate around on a little table and rotate anything really, but for me, as that's something this small too, is perfect to rotate minerals. But it could also, you could put something like that, and you get the idea. For those, that's a pretty good price actually. They're pretty nice. You could get them without wires, and I think you save like 20 cents. Can you see that? Can you see that? It looks like it's something I would get from a Chinese buffet. Oh, that is just so cute. And I believe it comes with batteries. It's a little light. I don't think it changes colors. Oh, it does change colors. Look at that. I've wanted one of these things for years. I remember seeing them on Amazon years ago. And it's probably the exact same thing. I think it was $1. Let's see what battery you get in there. My guess is a coin cell. That's hard to open. guess. I could tell that the coin cells, but I cannot get this open to save my nails. Sorry, I know it's off camera. Well, you're gonna have to take my words. It's coin cells. It looks like there's two coin cells in there. And it's probably just got one little LED and one little chip. Super cool. $1. That's adorable. Actually, I'm gonna leave you on for the rest of the video. Next thing we got is from good old Slamazon. And I think that this is also a light. That's rather small. That, I don't know if it's going to work or not. And then that's it. Some prototype LED ports. That seemed pretty nice. I will take one out. One reason I got these is because that light was too cheap to get the free shipping. And I didn't want to, I don't have Amazon Prime or anything. Yeah, those are rather nice. Huge assortment. It says 20 pieces, I guess 5 of each. That's not bad. Eye and skin, do not stare at this. Warning. Human pet plant. Keep away from UVCC. UVC is and blah blah, avoid UV. So that's about everything that I want to see on this. It should be just a little small lamp. And it tells you the spectrum. It should be 365-ish. And I can't read that. But the reason I got this is if you want to get, or no, it shouldn't be 365, it should be like 285 actually. It should be shortwave. Shortwave just happens to be what's also that they use for, hand sanitizing. And it should work for mineral testing to see if it's photofluorescent on shortwave. Only problem is it's not filtered. I'm gonna plug it in and we'll see. Oh, I dropped some of the screws for mounting it, which is annoying because I plan on putting it in like a little cabinet and hanging it up like that. But we'll see. They also offered one with a timer, but I don't want a timer. I don't know if it'll pick up on the camera, so you'll have to just trust me on whether it works or not. So we got a big chunk of fluorite there, and because it's unfiltered, you're gonna get a whole bunch of also just visible light. I don't know, it might work a little bit. I really don't think it'll work for this, but I'm not sure if fluorite works on shortwave, but it does work as a standard UV light. Oh well, I spent $10. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So here's part of the thing. Where I got this light for shortwave, I don't think I have anything that's reactive to shortwave. So I couldn't test to see if this light's good or not. I got a little gambit of things out here. I don't think anything's shortwave radioactive. But we'll start it up and we'll see. I mean, I don't see anything, guys. You guys might see something. You can't pick it up on the camera, but all of that paper back there, I mean, it's glowing blue. But I don't see anything that looks like it's going. But once again, I mean, that doesn't really mean that this light won't do it. I just don't think I have anything that's shortwave radioactive. Or not radioactive, reactive. So if I find out when I get some shortwave stuff, Because I thought this had ruby in it, but I don't think ruby reacts to shortwave. I think it only reacts to long wave. And I have those long wave LEDs coming in, but they aren't here yet. But we got one last thing here. I'm pretty sure I know what this is. I think it's 5 wall jacks. Let me open it up. It should be pretty small. And it's just for my little pet project. We don't need to open them all up. It should be 5. And they should all be the same thing. We'll check them. We'll check one of them with a multimeter. Make sure what it is. But it should be a 12 volt power supply. 5 of them. AC/DC adapter. Input 110 to 220. Outputs 12 volts, 1 amp. Oh man, it's got some manky ties on there. It's got the, I don't know if you can tell, it's got the little wires sticking out. I'm trying to unwrap it. The fry bites back. Maybe better just rip it off normally. Ah, dang, those things are sharp. There we go. So we'll plug it in, see if we get 12 volts. Hopefully, I don't have a backwards. So that wire's a little bit short, but we're gonna see if it gives us a nice good 12 volts, you know, or somewhere in that range. And that's 12.5 volts. That's perfectly fine. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to plug it in to this, which is just a boost converter that would take 12 volts. I think it should happily be spitting out somewhere in the range of 3 volts. 3 volts. Right on 3 volts. So now I could, in theory, use one of these LEDs without a capacitor if I can get it on there. There you go. That works like a charm. So I'm pretty happy with that. I got 5 of those. They all got pretty short cords. It says they'll work for up to an amp, and I believe they will. They have a little tiny light on it, so when it's plugged in, it's got a little blue light on the one I got plugged in. And it does make a little electronic screech, but nothing too loud. I was at my local donation goods store, and I was looking through the electronics to see if I could find any to buy some of those, because 1, I wouldn't have to wait for shipping, 2, it's basically recycling, and 3, you know, they say they help good cause. And they had some and some leftover electronics. If you wanted to buy one of these, they wanted $10. I got all 5 of those for 15 bucks or 14 bucks or something. And it shipped in like 3 days. You know, $15, that's free shipping. I'm not a huge fan of those big box stores. Those donation goods stores. I got it plugged into that little pet project of mine. This is the one that I don't like. It looks like it's going to work fine as a power supply, but I want to see, I think I swapped to that, is what's the milliamps is popping out. If I can figure out where to get that on there. So I would imagine, gosh, I just don't have a good spot to put that. Kind of want you to be able to see the number, but you might have to take my word on it. It's saying 0.8 amps. Is that the one I want? That's the one I want. Maybe it's because I'm causing it short. I don't know. Maybe someone like Kale can tell me what I'm doing wrong here. I've done it before, and it told me I was pulling about 600 amps. But now I just can't get it to tell me that information. Or 600 milliamps. And now it's saying I'm pulling fuck all. Which might be true. I might be pulling fuck all. But all I can get this to tell me is I'm pulling 0.1 amp. And maybe that's true. Maybe that's all I'm pulling. But alright. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go take some feet pictures for the guys. They pay pretty good. I normally get about 1 kroner per feet picture. I think I'm going to mix up a little solution of syrup and flour so it looks like white and viscous, like, and you know, just pour it over there, and never mind.